please. All right, our very next speaker is a resilience coach and dance fitness instructor, and she's very passionate. The speech title is My Struggles in My Weight Loss Journey. Let us welcome our speaker from Singapore, Natalie Nancy Tan.
Hi everyone, this is Natalie. Thank you for having me. Looking at me, most people would not believe that I have some medical issues. I was diagnosed with hypertension and hypothyroid in September 2019. Through proper dieting and exercising, I managed to clear both conditions by 2019. Unfortunately, during the lockdown in April 2020, I gained 6 kilos. And when classes resumed in July, I remember my students gasped when they saw my figure. I heard whispers like, "Did you put on weight? Gosh, look at her tummy. She doesn't have that back then." I tried to make light of it after hearing it, but deep inside, I was ashamed of myself. How did I ever let this happen? I am that tough fitness instructor who is a mini powerhouse that everyone is trying to emulate. I'm strong, I'm resilient, I'm invisible. I'm an imposter. I hate myself. Physically, I look not much different than a little bit chubby, but mentally, it took a toll on me. On the surface, I'm still the cheerful, optimistic, tough dance fitness instructor that many love, but deep inside, I felt depressed. I locked myself away from everyone. I refused to socialize. I refused to take pictures of myself, and I functioned on autopilot. Sometimes, even when I was teaching, I was not present. I was in self denial. Because of imposter syndrome, I refused to speak to anyone about it. I refused to face the reality that I needed professional help. So during classes, I behaved anyone would expect me to behave: funny, encouraging, motivating, strong, resilient, you name it. But when I'm alone, I wallow in self pity. I choose to escape instead of facing my weight issues. And many times I wanted to cry to make myself better, but there were no tears, just numbness. When I snap out of it, I would try myself for having a pity party and I'll beat myself up. I'll draw up action plans only to fall back to that depressed state again. It was a vicious cycle. Can you imagine my internal struggles and conflicting emotions I face on a daily basis? Last straw came when I had a relapse in hypothyroid, September 2020. It was merely a year later. On top of that, I'm also dealing with bloating issues and indigestion problem for a few years. And this is a call for me. I've decided that I've enough self-pity. I want to do something, anything to help me to gain back my health. So I decided to get in touch with my personal trainer. The exercises were hard initially, but the real challenge was the meal plan. I had to cut sugar and processed carbs, unhealthy snackings as well, which I didn't know I had formed unconsciously throughout the years. Snacks like apple pies, fries, cakes, chocolates. Sounds familiar, right? It was a hellish time trying to cut down sugar, trying to read the labels, counting calories, eating clean and healthy. I would have salad every evening as my dinner for the first like 1 to 2 months. And many times I want to give up. I ask myself, why would I want to torture myself like that? I mean, do I really want to live like this? Is this even sustainable in the long run? Besides learning to eat right and healthily, teaching high intensity classes is also a challenge with my extra weight. Because I'm used to featherweight, I'm used to fast and agile. Now, with the extra weight, it takes a lot for me to jump and squat, and I pant a lot easier. And the laziness just kicked in after warm up, and I just feel very tired. My weight loss journey begins in October 2020. Till date is a little bit more than 4 months. And through this process, I learned to be honest with myself. face my fears, knowing that it is okay not to be okay. I learned that there is nothing to be ashamed of in seeking help, regardless of what others have labeled me with. Most importantly, I learned to love myself more. The mental and emotional obstacles I face are way more challenging than just losing my weight, even though I'm not where I need to be, but I'm not where I used to be. In closing, I'm glad I choose to challenge myself to be better body, mind, and spirit. Through this process, I came to realize you are what you think, and I challenge you to unleash yourself from your limiting self belief. You are the inspiration you are waiting for. Thank you for allowing me to share my humble journey with you. Aspire to inspire. I'll see you again. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much for the very inspirational story. And we are so glad that you managed to overcome your challenges and emerge stronger. Our very next speaker